I am Generos Chirivias Rado, and I am going to tell you about the different support system for a contextualized curriculum at school level. Before that, let me give you the learning objective of this topic. At the end of the lesson, the students are expected to K. Identify the different support system for a contextualized curriculum at school level. S. Perform a drama in which a support system for a contextualized curriculum at the school level is portrayed. And A. Appreciate the value of support system for a contextualized curriculum at the school level. There are 6 support systems for a contextualized curriculum at school level, namely education planning, capacity development, context-appropriate supervision in education, contextualized school governance, policies to guide contextualization, and monitoring and evaluating of LRMDS, or the Learning Resources Management and Development System. Let us now discuss about education planning. So what is education planning? Educational planning strives to research, develop, implement and advance policies, programs and reforms within educational institutions. So why do we need to have an education planning? The nation's transformation depends on education, which must be appropriately and effectively planned because poor educational planning can endanger a nation's development for decades. To achieve set of goals and objectives, planning entails choosing in advance what needs to be done, when to do it, where to do it, and how to do it, and by whom. On the other hand, educational planning entails a systematical, scientific set of choices for future action with the aim of achieving predetermined educational goals and objectives through the best use of limited resources. So the goal of education planning is making education more effective and efficient in responding to the needs and goals of its students and the society. Number 2 is the capacity development. What do you think is the capacity development? Capacity development is a process through which individuals, organizations, and societies obtain, strengthen, and maintain the capabilities to set and achieve their own development objectives over time. So the main focus of the capacity development program is the professional growth of teachers. The workshop's primary goal is to give the participants or the teachers the opportunity to interact with the most recent information in order to increase their knowledge of a variety of subjects, including the biodiversity, sustainable development, climate change, and etc. Second, a variety of teaching techniques and activities are used to facilitate the workshops, allowing the educators to enhance their own methods of instruction and assessment. Aside from that, it is also ensured that there is a high-quality teaching and learning, that all students can participate, and that communities and other stakeholders are involved. Schools must have the capacity to implement the policies. The third one is the context-appropriate supervision in education. So this focuses on aligning supervisory approaches with a degree of teacher readiness for a given task. The teacher's skills and confidence in their ability to teach are the foundation for the readiness levels. So, effective supervision of instruction is one of the most important duties of the administrator because learning or the student learning is the primary goal of the schools. Administrators must hold teachers responsible for delivering a suitable and well-planned curriculum if schools are to guarantee equal access to high-quality educational programs for all students. These programs offer a range of instructional techniques created to meet the various needs of every student in our complex society. Let us proceed to the fourth one, which is the Contextualize school governance. Positive effects of the school and its actors in achieving the objectives related to students' academic success and personal growth. In line with the social constructivist theory, dependent on the social views of the school stakeholders or the effectiveness of the school and how the school was governed. If the administration runs the school effectively, it will succeed because effective learning assessments and good planning, monitoring, and the evaluation of the educational procedures are paramount. Encourage a more cohesive and collaborative culture and ethos in schools and to establish good cooperation with the larger community. Effective leadership and governance are required. The fifth one is policies to guide contextualization. Policies help define rules, regulations, procedures, and protocols for schools. All of these are necessary to help a school run smoothly and safely and ensure that students receive a quality education. So why are policies put into place in this context? It is to guide appropriate behavior and guarantee that the learning environment is secure for students, teachers, and school staff. Policies establish rules and regulations. School rules also contribute to the development of a positive learning environment. And the last one is monitoring and evaluating of LRMDS or the Learning Resources Management and Development System. The LRMDS also comprises a web-based catalog and online repository of learning, teaching, and professional development resources. Its function as a clearinghouse. That is, the LRMDS provides information about the location of resources that are the hard copy and soft copy and allows users of the system to access directly digitized version of resources that are published within and stored in the LRMDS repository. A foundation for assessing, acquiring, adopting, developing, producing, and distributing high-quality learning and teaching resource materials for students and instructional support materials for the teachers. So, it provides information about the location of the different resources, the hard copy and the soft copy, and it enables system users to access directly digitized version of resources that have been published and stored in the LR portal repository. So that ends of my discussion about the different support system for a contextualized curriculum at school level, which are the education planning, capacity development, context-appropriate supervision in education, the contextualized school governments, the policies to guide contextualization, and lastly is the monitoring and evaluating of LRMDS or the learning resources, management, and development system. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you've learned something from it. Goodbye everybody and have a nice day.